Can I put you on the spot and ask you to share that story?
Okay, yeah, okay, well, I don't know how pertinent it is, but yeah, I had an opportunity. I knew a guy who was making a documentary about wolves, and so I had an opportunity to go and visit him and his partner, who was, she was doing the sound for him, and they, so we cross-country skied out to this yurt that they were camping in while they were tracking the wolf pack, and they taught me that a wolf pack will hunt every 10 days. So they, you know, when they make the kill, they gorge the first day, just pig out, and then the second day they gorge a little bit again, and the third day they gorge a little less, the fourth day they kind of are picking the bones, and then the fifth day they're really picking the bones, and then they kind of starve for like 4 or 5 days until they're so starving that they have to hunt again. And that's why they catch the young or the sick or the weak or the elderly, because that's how, you know, nature works so geniusly in natural nutrition. But they couldn't, you know, they couldn't kill the strongest, youngest, healthiest bucks because they're starving and kind of weak and at their frayed edge. Well, he knew where this pack that he'd been filming would be because they just had a fresh kill. So he took us, we cross-country skied out to the area where they were going to be, and he said, listen, they're used to me being around, but I don't interact with them, but they have accepted me being in their vicinity, and I always stay, like, you know, a couple hundred yards away or behind a rock or a tree or something and just stay mellow. He goes, but since they're not used to other people being around, they may come up to you, but the only one who will come up to you will be the alpha wolf. And he said, and the alpha wolf isn't always the biggest wolf in the pack, but in this particular pack it was the biggest wolf. His head was about 3 times the size of mine. He was massive. And he said, if he comes near you, don't move, cover your face with your hands, and don't make eye contact. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, so we cross-country stay out there, and then we get there, and sure enough, I see, you know, all these wolves with their heads buried inside this elk's butt and stomach. And I'm like, wow, oh my God, this is so exciting. And then sure enough, the alpha wolf starts coming towards me. And at that time, I had 9 stray dogs, and some of them were husky mixes and stuff, and some was shepherd mixes. And I don't know, I had a lot of stray dogs, but some were big and fluffy. And so as soon as the alpha wolf started coming towards me, my brain went blank, and I got down on my knees in the snow, and I was like, hello, oh my God, you're so cute. Just the absolute opposite of the thing that I was supposed to do. So this wolf comes up to me, and as he gets up to my face, and his head, like I said, is 3 times bigger than mine, the first thing he does is he takes my bottom lip in his teeth, and he holds my bottom lip in his teeth, and is looking me straight in the eye, with no dominance and no subordinates, but just totally direct. Like just completely non-blinking, direct. His eyes were beautiful yellow, but I mean amazing. But right in my eye, and I couldn't move. I didn't bleed. He wasn't hurting me, but there's no way I could move. You know, he had me, and it seemed like it was like 10 minutes while he was holding me there, but it probably was only a few minutes, if maybe that. And he just held me, and then he kind of went around the side of my head, still with his mouth on me. And then took my ponytail holder out. I have pictures of all this, by the way, because the guy who was in the documentary from my girls this was, you know, documenting my murder or whatever. But anyway, he took my ponytail holder out of my hair and then ran off into the woods with it, which was obviously his signal to the rest of the pack to get their heads out of the elk's butt and come over and kiss me. Because then everybody comes over with blood on their faces and starts licking me and rolling around, like having me rub their bellies. And I ended up playing with this pack of wolves for an hour, and we were howling in the snow, and we were having a full-on party. And he said he'd never seen them howl before, except for when they're calling in another pack, or they lost their most a subordinate female to another pack, and they mourned for about a month. And he said that was the only time he'd seen them howl, were those 2 times. Other than this is the first party he'd ever seen them have. But you know, obviously it was just, I was there at the right time. Don't try this at home. So, you know, But I mean, I've gotten to have a lot of amazing experiences with wild animals, I think because of my naivete and also just sort of openness to their form of communication.